Hi folks, this is ZeeZee and you're welcome to ZeeZee Talks. So today I decided to talk about something that I think will help you along your way as you start to learn how to communicate and say you're sorry when you've hurt your spouse. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks. So I get emails all the time from very beautiful couples everywhere, just, wanting to know how to do this, that, or the other. A lot of things that people would think are no-brainers or things that are easy enough in marriage, but then take for granted that it doesn't necessarily happen that way. So a lot of times people email me and say, ZeeZee, I already said I was sorry for this thing. Why does it keep coming back up? Why is it that, she keeps telling me this and that? Or why is it that he keeps rubbing what I've done in my face? How exactly does he expect me to apologize for this issue? So today I want to tell you 3 things you can do when you apologize to your spouse and how it should sound. Oh, ZeeZee, there you go again. No, I'm not stating the obvious, actually. I know you think, is it not as easy as saying, I'm sorry? What else is there to say? How would you feel if someone hurts your feelings and says to you, sorry? Yeah, I don't think you would like that very much. So what I am trying to do today is to tell you that the first thing you do when you apologize to your spouse for hurting their feelings is not to say, I'm sorry. No. When you hurt someone's feelings, whether you see that you've hurt their feelings or they tell you you've hurt their feelings, obviously you probably didn't even realize you might have hurt their feelings, whatever the case is, it is your duty and it's your responsibility to acknowledge what your spouse just said. Yes, so the first thing you do is not say sorry. The first thing you do is to acknowledge your spouse's hurt. I do apologize. I see exactly now how you felt when I said what I said. That was not my intention, so please forgive me. Whoever you say those kinds of words to, if you utter those words, of course not verbatim, but if you utter words like that, saying to them, I see what you're saying, I see where you're coming from, I understand how you must have felt when I did X, Y, or Z, it makes them understand that you care. And then what's better than talking to someone who cares about a way to fix an issue? Obviously, if you've upset them, they might be doing something that has kind of like gotten you riled up. So you're just trying to let them have it. And then you realize in the process that you've done something that wasn't necessarily okay. So you have issues you want to talk about. So why don't you appeal to their sense of understanding? Why don't you let them know that you're human and you get that they're human and you get what you have done and you understand how it made them feel? What's better than doing that just so that the both of you can come together and fix whatever issue it is that you are arguing about? So say, for instance, you tell your spouse, you never care about me, or you never try to understand the things that I'm talking about, or you've never done anything for me ever since we've been together. Obviously, those are gross exaggerations. So if you say that to your spouse in an argument, that's all they're going to pick up. So say you want to apologize for saying you never ever did anything for me. You would say, I understand how it must have made you feel when I said you never do anything for me. Oh my gosh, of course you do. You did this and you helped my mom and you helped my brothers and you're always there for me when I need you. I know that was a gross exaggeration and I do apologize. I didn't mean that. And then what you go on next to do, so number 2, is you make a commitment to do better. Nothing makes people happy than knowing that someone is saying, I have done something which I understand has hurt you, and then I want to commit not to doing it. Now, it's not the same thing as saying, I would never do that again. No. Because you're human and you will fall. What I suggest you do is to commit to taking responsibility for your words and your actions and everything that you do while speaking to them. So saying something like, I know I shouldn't have said that this way. If I do have something to let you know about in the future, I commit to thinking about it and saying it exactly what I meant. I am trying here to learn how to communicate and so on and so forth. So please, if you would just understand and so on and so forth. So what you're telling them is I am committing to taking responsibility for my actions and taking responsibility to make the right decisions and to say the right things. And even if I don't say the right things, do the right things to take back everything and fix it so we can then go on to the matter of the day. Now, what's better than someone who actually makes a commitment to do better? Nothing. Because you see, when you fight with your spouse or you say things that they don't like, what they end up doing is building walls around them. These walls are to protect them from your, for lack of a better term, venom. So what they want to do is to protect this mean, toxic person from just getting into their heart. So when you start talking already, the walls come up. So every time you apologize the right way to them, it makes them understand that you're really trying and you're really trying to make a commitment to do better. So they open up more and want to talk to you. So after you make the commitment, how exactly do you then go on to the matter? Because sometimes you do have a grievance that you really want to talk about. You really feel like they hurt you and you really want to tell them something that they might not have done right, okay? So what you then go on to do is you can then bring it up and say, it wasn't my intent to say things like that. However, what I was trying to communicate to you is that every time you spend or every time you just stay longer with your friends, I feel very lonely and I feel like, we're not connecting anymore. And I just wanted to make sure that we were now on the same page. I want to feel like, we are like we used to be, best friends and so on and so forth. You catch my drift. What I'm saying in essence is you're now being vulnerable with them. You're saying to them, this is what I was really feeling and this is what I really was trying to communicate to you. So, and then at the end of that, you can then say, so is there anything that the both of us can do or plan or strategize so that I don't end up feeling lonely and you don't end up feeling like I'm bombarding you with requests for attention. And then you talk things through and you're both adults. Again, your spouse will hurt you just like you will hurt them. But then if you're able to to be the bigger person and in essence tell them this is what you're really thinking and you really want to plan or strategize how you guys can get better, they're going to be open to talking to you. But if every time you come to them, you yell at them, you're very, very mean and you say things that you can't take back and you're always throwing this pity party for yourself, you're going to push them further away. You're going to make them feel like, this person is a bit too much stress and I just rather not deal with them. I want you to be able to talk to your spouse about issues that are real. And the only way you can do it is if they're open to receiving you. So knowing how to apologize for the things that you've done is one way of causing them to be open to receiving whatever it is that you're saying. So now I'm making a lot of assumptions here. My assumption here is that you do know how to communicate to your spouse. And what is communication? In essence, it's talking, listening, responding, all in understanding to your spouse. So if you don't really know how to talk, because honestly, some of us do not know how to talk. I'm telling you the truth. And this used to be me as well. So I'm not even just talking about you. If you don't know how to listen, you're literally going to be having one-man conversations. So why don't you go right on to ZeeZeeIO.com and download my free audio on how to communicate and how to solve conflict with your spouse. It will help you along to get to this point where you can actually apologize and say things this way. Because I know a lot of you are like, ZeeZee, that's not going to work. I don't talk to my spouse like that. I just say, look, take it or leave it. Okay, so guess what? Your marriage is always going to just be there and nothing is really going to change. I'm sorry. Because the thing I always tell people is if you don't do the work to get your marriage to where you need it to be, or if you keep throwing away suggestions that people are giving you to become a better person or a better communicator, what's going to happen is nothing is going to change in your marriage. And every day you would sit there and live in misery. Who wants to live in misery? I know you don't, because I sure don't. It's been awesome talking to you again, and I hope starting today you've learned how to apologize to your spouse, take responsibility, and then make a commitment to being better towards them. And whatever issue you have to discuss will then be so much easier to discuss. So did you like something you heard in this video today? Remember to like and also subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you have a friend who might be dealing with stuff like this, share this video with them, because sharing is caring. And don't forget to comment at the bottom of this video. Tell me what you would like me to talk about. Tell me the things that bug you. I know a lot of you email me, so you can email me your thoughts, questions at ZeeZeeIO.com, and of course ZeeZeeIO.com is my website where you can see many more things. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. I have daily reminders and daily encouragement for you in your marriage, just to give you that, little edge you need to make things even better. Your marriage is the most important relationship you have on earth, and it's important for you to live in it and live in it with peace. As always, I'm ZeeZee, continually vested in helping you keep your relationship together. I love you, take care, and I'll be talking to you soon on ZeeZee Talks. Have a great day.